Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my double XP weekend plans. In this video I'll talk about the plans on my main and my 10 HP. I will also give you a few tips and things to take into consideration moving forward with double experience weekend. So hopefully in this video I can still help you with a thing or two for double experience weekend along with showing you my plans. So let's get into the video. As for some tips, some of these are really simple and sometimes they're so simple we forget them. I especially forget some of these. It's important to set up your presets before double experience weekend so you don't have all the fluster of setting it up during actual double experience weekend where you're losing out on some experience. Setting up 4 to 5 presets beforehand can be really helpful. It's also quite important that if you're doing your farming, which you should be, grow all of your saplings before double experience weekend and plant one lot of your trees. If you plant one lot of trees, you can check the health as soon as double XP weekend hits or as soon as you get on after double XP weekend has started. This way you can plant new trees and maximize the amount of runs you can do during the weekend. Everyone knows that you use your proteins and your dummies and you save them all up for double experience weekend. So whenever you can, save your dummies in your bank, save your proteins in your bank and get ready for double XP. When you use your proteins and dummies, I would advise doing them when you can AFK. So say if you're doing construction, you might as well do construction while you can sit at your computer. But then if you have to go eat or something, then just switch to your proteins then. The proteins will still be there throughout double experience weekend, so you might as well make the most out of them by doing them when you need to AFK. There's no point in doing proteins straight away and then not actually be able to do anything, or XP waste when it comes to food time or time you have to go do something around the house. You can AFK for 5 minutes with proteins, come back, click a button, and then go do whatever you need to again. I definitely advise doing the proteins when you need to AFK. Make sure to use portables whenever you can. The portables friends chat can be super full on double experience weekend, so you can take to Twitter or you can check their Reddit post to see what the default worlds for each thing will be. Also, I'd advise while you're using the portables from portables friends chat, bring some of your own, so if it does fall and there's no one to replace it for a little while, at least you don't XP waste and you can put down a couple, you can help them out, and you can always get your experience. Focus and prioritize those buyable skills. Buyable skills don't only save you time, they save you money, which saves you even more time in the long run. You got to take into consideration that it doesn't just half the time on buyables, it halves the price. Obviously there's a bit of inflation, so you still may have to pay 20% more, but you're still saving. The last thing, and one of the most important things, make sure to stay hydrated throughout the weekend. There's nothing worse than feeling ill when you're trying to get gains. Make sure you're eating and drinking and just make sure you've got that energy to power through the double experience weekend. Stock up on your snacks, stock up on your drink and get ready. So as for my double experience weekend prep on my main, I have 10,000 crimsons and 3,000 blue charms along with a lot of spirit gems. I'm hoping to use all of these spirit gems in order to maximize how many blue charms I can do and how many crimsons I can get done over double experience. I actually only need 10 million summoning experience in order to get 120, so I'll definitely get 120, but hopefully I can get a bit further than 120 with all of the spirit gems and charms that I have saved up. As you can see, I've bought over 10 million shards just stocked up. I may need a little bit more, and if that's the case I will buy more. I also have 24,000 yak hide and 7,000 fire talismans, so I have way enough of my secondary ingredients. As for broad arrowheads and headless arrows, I have a couple more headless arrows buying right now, so then I can reach the same amount of headless arrows as I have broad arrowheads, and then that will definitely cover the last 20 million experience I need for fletching, so that will be 120 fletching. I have 1,236 silverhawk feathers bought. I have an offer for 2,000 more in the GE. Now that the time to train promo has come out, they always sell much cheaper, so I have quite a cheap offer that's buying 250 every 4 hours in order to stock up on those feathers. Then for proteins, I've been saving up my proteins for a whole year. I haven't really been able to use proteins in previous double experience weekends because of how much I've done. So having 39,000 hides and 19,000 bars is absolutely insane, and it's going to lead to some really good AFK gains once I've finished up my 120s. I've also got 20 advanced pulse scores that have saved up over time, and quite a few dummies to use as well. All in all, got lots to use on my main, and I'm excited to do so. As for the price check of what I've invested in double experience weekend so far, it's at 426 mil. I should be at around 500 mil invested once all my GE offers go through, but I'm willing to spend the money on the Silverhawk feathers, on the summoning and on the fletching. It should let me gain a lot of experience over the weekend, and I'm really excited for this one. It's like a free double experience weekend that we all weren't expecting, so I'm so happy with that. In my last double experience weekend prep, a lot of people were talking about spirit gems and forging them together. The thing is, with spirit gems, forging is good, but I stop when it gets to ruby and I combine instead. You can either forge 3 of the same into one of the next tier, or you can put all of your tiers together to just get one of the same tier that has loads and loads of charges. I'm going to quickly talk about forging versus combining and just say my stance on it and how I feel, and hopefully it can give you some information you didn't know. As you can see by this small table, you can lose quite a lot of charges just by combining the gems. On one side it's telling you how many gems you need in order to make each of the gems, and on the other side it shows you how many charges you lose for forging. So as you can see, as you go down, it gets more and more expensive and you lose more and more charges. You've got to remember that you're only gaining 10% proc chance every time you forge up. I stop at rubies because if you combine 3 rubies into a diamond, you're going to lose 50 charges in order to just gain 10% proc chance, and a ruby has 30% anyway. And then if you look at combining a diamond into a dragonstone, you lose 70 charges and you only gain your 10% proc chance, and a diamond has 40 anyway. So there isn't much point, in my opinion, combining past ruby, and especially if you want to just go for the highest proc chance as possible, I'd never ever combine past diamond, because losing 70 charges just for 10% proc chance is definitely not worth it, in my opinion. You're going to lose out on a lot of charges combining your gems, so be really careful and think about it before combining. Sometimes it's better just to use a spirit diamond on another spirit diamond and combine it that way and just give it more charges rather than forging up for the next tier. I know it looks a bit confusing, but it's really simple. 3 gems at 40 charges is 120 charges, but 1 dragonstone only has 50 charges, so you're losing out on 70. I hope this made it a bit clearer on forging, and whether you think it's worth it or not is your opinion, but to be honest, I would not forge past ruby. It just does not seem beneficial. As for my plans on the 10 HP pure, I plan on doing mahogany planks from 75 to 99 construction. I'm also going to do agility on every happy hour on my Iron Man still, and I'm going to do it on my 10 HP pure as well. Hopefully it stacks with double experience. I don't see why it won't. I'll also be 1 ticking Onyx bolts. I'll be able to buy 10k every 4 hours, which will be 200k experience base on double experience weekend. Alongside pulse scores and things like that, I should be able to get a good 220k every 4 hours. This should get me 96 to 99 magic. I'm also going to do as much farming XP as possible from as many farming runs as I can. I've stocked up on some magic seeds and palm tree seeds both on my main and on my 10 HP pure, so I'm going to be doing those farm runs as much as possible. There will also be a 10 HP pure progress video coming out next week. I know you guys like that and a lot of you enjoy watching the 10 HP pure. I know it's slowing down because the gains are taking quite long to get, so I want to actually get levels to show you all, but the video will be out sometime next week. Let me know in the comments down below what you're going to be doing on your double experience weekend, what you have planned and what you're going to actually try and achieve. Always interested in hearing what you guys have planned and what you're going to get. I wish you all the best of luck with your double experience weekend, and I hope it's a great one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give this video a like if you did, subscribe if you're new for future content like this. progression videos, helpful tips and tricks videos, and guides of all sorts. Feel free to join my friends chat Maikeru if you fancy chatting to me or anyone else in there. Goblin Slayers with a Z is my clan. It's open to everyone and anyone, so feel free to ask for an invite. The Discord link will be in the description if you fancy chatting on voice communication as well. And my Twitter link will be in the description if you wanted to follow me there and be up to date with some current affairs and the videos. And until next time, see ya.